Hello and welcome to This Week with Ajaz Haque. It is Sunday today, 14th of February 2021, and it is the Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to all of you. We have a number of topics to cover in this vlog. Donald Trump is acquitted from the impeachment trial. Joe Biden had a 2-hour phone conversation with the Chinese President Xi Jinping. Pakistan Senate elections are here once again, and the horse trading goes on. Pakistan Navy has organized Aman 21 exercises, Peace 21 exercises, in which 45 countries are participating. UK economy experiences worst decline, 9.9% in 2020. The famous MG brand, originally in UK, has come to Pakistan. Vaccination drive has started in Pakistan, and the country has spent $1.3 billion on imported coal. And there's a massive revival of large-scale manufacturing. The LSMI is going up and up. And finally, the financial markets round up. Now, 7 Republican senators sided with Democrats in a vote of 57 to 43. However, the vote required was 67 in order to impeach the president, ex-president, two-third majority, but they fell 10 short. So while a majority voted against Trump, but he seems to be very happy that he has won, and he may still face criminal charges. Now, Joe Biden and Xi Jinping, the Chinese president, had a 2-hour-long telephone conversation. Obviously, this could not have been an unfriendly conversation, otherwise it wouldn't have lasted that long. They discussed the regional issues, environment, a number of other, especially trade, at a fair playing ground for everyone. Afterwards, Joe Biden briefed a group of senators, and he said that, to quote, "We just have to step up or China will eat our lunch." What he meant was that China is spending a whole lot of money on environment, on transportation, and on infrastructure, that unless the United States seriously takes that and works on it, he's proposed a $3 trillion investment. Let's see if the Congress will approve that. But it's a good omen that both the president had a long conversation, and the misunderstandings that Donald Trump had created will hopefully gradually fade away. South China Sea is a hot topic, as Donald Trump had escalated that to a high level. So hopefully there will be a gradual de-escalation and a more friendly trade. So it seems things might start normalizing between United States and China. Secondly, Pakistan's second Senate elections are here. These elections are held every 3 years, and when 50% of the senators retire and they are to be re-elected, new senators are to be elected by the provincial assemblies. For the 2 Senate seats for Islamabad, those are elected by the National Assembly. Now, a number of cases of horse trading have come to light from the last election. And the government has moved the Supreme Court asking for an open ballot, show of hands, but all the opposition parties are opposed to it because chances are that the PTI government may end up with a majority in the Senate with its allies, and the opposition is trying to prevent that by hook or by crook. And it's a fair amount of competition going on. The elections are on the 3rd of March. So we'll find out in a few weeks as to how much money has been spent and how fair were the elections, or how many of those were deserving candidates who won. Pakistan People's Party seems very active in this because Mr. Zardari is an old trader in these things. And he has fielded Yusuf Raza Gilani, the former prime minister who was disqualified for 5 years by the Supreme Court, who has now completed his penalty. He fielded him from Islamabad in the hope that he wins and then he can become chairman of the Senate. But chances are somewhat thin. unless he buys a few votes. And the Maulana Fazlur Rahman, the so-called Maulana Fazlur Rahman, who has been very keen to become part of the Senate, it seems he's been ditched both by the PPP and the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, and he seems to be swimming in the middle of the river with nowhere to go. So horse trading is something very unfortunate, but hopefully better sense will prevail and the elections will go off peacefully and in a proper democratic manner. Now, kudos to Pakistan Navy. They organize these Aman exercises, and this is, Aman means peace exercises. Peace 21 is the 7th of the series, but the number of participants has grown. This time, 45 navies from 45 countries are participating in these exercises. And this is the first time the Russian and American navies are participating side by side with Chinese and so many other navies. And it's a good omen that the Pakistan Navy, which was very small and has now grown quite substantially, is organizing these events. Now, bad news for UK economy. The economic decline in 2020 is 9.9%, which is worse in 300 years. Last time it was this low was 1709. After leaving EU and with the Brexit hanging over it, it seems that the UK economy has been hit the hardest compared to EU, which is doing better than this. So hopefully next year, 2021, UK economy will perform better and will rebound. The once famous automobile brand MG, the many sports cars and young people used to drive, then the company disappeared, and finally it has made its appearance in Pakistan via China. So MG is now owned and produced in China, and the new vehicles have now been launched, including an SUV in Pakistan. So let's see how they fare in the market. The brand was very popular in its time. The vaccination drive, my apologies. The vaccination drive in Pakistan is going apace. 500,000 vaccinations that arrive from China are being administered to the frontline workers, but somehow some politicians and their children have also managed to get in front of the line, which is very unfortunate and very undignified. But AstraZeneca and Pfizer vaccine is due to arrive in March, and the vaccination will start in full swing from mid to end March. And so that's a good sign. And they will start with 65 and over first and then go down from there. Now, while the world is shunning highly pollutive coal, Pakistan has increased its import. It spent 211 billion rupees or $1.3 billion in 2020, and it is expected that this will go up by up to almost $2 billion in 2021, which is very unfortunate because the previous government set up several energy plants, coal-based energy plants, and the cement industry also uses coal, and a lot of it is imported, and very unfortunate that we are spending foreign exchange on producing energy while we should be producing wind and solar energy without any import costs. In terms of pollution, Lahore is rated the most polluted city in the world, and 5 subcontinent cities are included in the top 10. Other than Lahore, New Delhi, Dhaka, Mumbai, and Kolkata are part of the top 10, and so is Beijing, which is really bad for the health of the people. Now, the Pakistan industry is experiencing a massive boom. The large-scale manufacturing index was up 8.16% during July to December, but in the month of December alone, it was up 20%. The growth is experienced in all sectors, particularly pharmaceuticals, food, chemicals, textiles are the leaders. Now the financial markets round up. Today, the S&P 500 is up 1.2% during the week. Nasdaq ended the week up 1.7%, Shanghai up 3.5%, Mumbai up 1.6%, FTSE up 1.5%. The only market that was down was the PSX, which was down 2.3%, and in fact it closed in red in all 5 days of the week. Now, despite the decline, PSX daily volume reached 1.1 billion shares per day during this week, which it has seen after 16 years. And now finally, Mary Wilson who was one of the three original Supremes, died this week at the age of 76. Mary was initially the lead singer, but then she was later replaced by Diana Ross. The Supremes became popular in the turbulent 60s when the race riots were going on, when there was a division in the United States, when Martin Luther King had a million march on Washington, when John Kennedy was killed in 1963. But the Supremes, their music went across races. They were as popular amongst the whites as blacks, and they had a dozen #1 hits, one after the other. In fact, in my student days, when I acquired my first record player in England, one of the first CDs I bought was that of the Supremes, which had 12 Supreme songs. So it was a wonderful time. And now Mary Wilson is gone. Diana Ross is still around, but she's not singing much anymore. Anyway, have a good week, and thank you very much. And please subscribe if you have not so far, and we'll meet next week. Thanks, and have a wonderful week. Bye.